Unfortunately, Sony have got a bit of a reputation for the smaller cameras overheating. Although in 2019 they did clear most of that and definitely did improve them. But I have found on several of these Sony cameras that partway through a recording, it'll just say it's overheating and it'll shut itself off. So there is a fix for it and a couple of little tips that will help you to just take that temperature down anyway. Now, if you've got the Sony ZV-1, let me just show you in the settings how you can adjust this temperature. Now, the problem is that Sony has a thermostat inside the camera that's deciding at what temperature it should turn it off. And thankfully, there is a setting in here that we can take it from the standard to the high. So let's jump in and fix that. On the back of this ZV-1 then, if you go into the menu, you need to go into the tabs at the top and come along to the fifth icon, this setup, the little toolbox, and come across to the second page. So you're on page 2 and notice that right in there in the middle, auto power off temperature. And by default, it'll be set to standard. We want to click on it and change standard to high, and that's it. So what you've just done is say to the camera, you're okay with it getting hotter. You understand that it's going to get hotter before it decides it's just going to shut it off. And for 90% of you, that will have fixed it. Now, if you haven't already, I definitely recommend that you flip that screen out so it's not touching the camera body. That screen is creating heat, and if that's touching there, it's adding to the body's temperature. Do you need to be recording your video in 4K? Because that will increase the temperature. That's certainly when I've noticed it kicking in with the temperature control. Quite often 1080 is more than we need, certainly if you're streaming. So that's another little tip for bringing that temperature down if you find that this setting isn't working. And finally, you can actually open up the battery compartment and it will still record or stream. Now, you shouldn't really need to do that, but it is a last resort and a way just to get some more air in and just to get that temperature down. So I hope that's helped you. Please do let me know if it has, and please let us know if you still are having problems. I know it's an absolute nightmare if this happens partway through a stream or a video that you're making. I sympathize with you. Hopefully this will have fixed it. Okay, all the best. Thank you so much. See you in another video.